This renowned mathematical genius was committed to a mental institution simply because he proposed a hypothesis that there exists an integer between 3 and 4. He claimed that discovering this number would essentially unlock a theoretical pathway into the fourth dimension, making time-space travel more than just fantasy. Everyone dismissed him as insane and brought in a psychologist. To help the professor break free from this delusion, the psychologist scattered candy beans on the table, challenging him to arrange them to represent this supposedly non-existent integer. The professor quickly arranged the first 3 beans in sequence, but when he picked up the 4th one, he froze. His mind suddenly became chaotic, his gaze unfocused. After struggling for some time, he realized he couldn't arrange it. The psychologist seized this opportunity to urge the professor to face reality. Unexpectedly, the professor erupted in a fit of hysteria, insisting that some mysterious force was preventing him from revealing the number. He begged the doctor for a pen, wanting to derive the number through equation. The doctor firmly refused, not wanting the professor to sink deeper into his delusion. But the moment the doctor turned away, the professor spotted a marker on the floor. He quickly grabbed it while the doctor wasn't looking and snatched a handful of candy beans before being escorted to room 304 by the orderlies. From this moment on, things began spiraling out of control. Still preoccupied with the professor's words, the doctor entered the elevator and immediately sensed something strange. The elevator initially reached the 4th floor normally, but the descent from the 4th to the 3rd floor seemed unusually prolonged. This unconsciously reminded him of that bizarre hypothesis. Could there really be another integer between 3 and 4? Back home, the troubled doctor reviewed the professor's files while replaying their session recording. The professor had told him he wasn't the first to discover this hypothesis. Others had actively kept this number secret. The professor also compared humans to crawling ants. Ants can only perceive flat surfaces no matter how they move, unable to comprehend 3-dimensional space, just as humans cannot perceive higher dimensions. Still finding it implausible, the doctor decided to get some fresh air, hoping to devise a treatment plan for the professor. Surprisingly, just as he sat down at a bar, a bowl of peanuts on the table suddenly split open. Before he could process what happened, he looked up to see the professor frantically writing formulas on the window. The doctor rushed outside in pursuit, but after turning into an alley, the professor vanished. Instead, the doctor found himself facing an old television mysteriously broadcasting news from years ago about a man who died in a car accident whose identity police could never determine, as if he never existed. As the doctor stood there confused, a small boy suddenly appeared in front of the television. Looking closer, the doctor realized with shock that the boy was himself as a child.